So welcome to you all today. Welcome to this monthly meeting. I'm just checking whether everything recording is all, yeah, good. Welcome to this monthly seminar on the several aspects of SDGs and global sustainable futures, organized at the occasion of 10th session of the Global Sustainable Futures Progress Through Partnership Network. Welcome to all of you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you have joined today for this Zoom setting. So just a technical remark to start off. Please, to everyone, keep your cameras on if you wish to, but do switch the microphones off until you are taking the floor. Please also note that this is a public event and it is being recorded while live on our YouTube channel. So please be aware of this. So I would like to first of all thank the in-kind supporter, University College of Estate Management, to support us this Zoom platform and allow this seminar series. I would also like to acknowledge and thank the champions of our network who have been supporting various essential jobs, such as keeping the coordinators list up to date, posting on social media, and engaging with various research and other associated projects. I would like to thank all of them at the outset for helping us to organize and to plan this seminar. Today, we have excellent panel with us. And so I will introduce the panel as we go forward. And to start the meeting, I will bring up to the speed of the network's ongoing activities. So welcome to the October monthly seminar, the 10th session of the Global Sustainable Futures Progress Through Partnership Network. And so I am Dr. Renuka Thakur, founder of the Global Sustainable Futures Progress Through Partnership, for those who have joined us for the first time. As a researcher and having passion for sustainability, I identified a need for research collaboration between Global South and Global North, between and beyond low-income, medium-income, and high-income countries, and to secure sustainable futures, which is more crucial than ever. So I committed to creating these collaboration partnerships across national borders and academic disciplines, and made a formal start to this great and innovative initiative, which I kicked off. I had a kicked off meeting on October 30, 2020, with just a few coordinators from 27 countries. Following that, I made a formal start on January 2021, and since then, we have immensely been successful in delivering our objectives. And so we'll take a few moments to reflect on our vision, fundamental goals, priorities, and critical focus. So the vision of this network is that through Global Sustainable Futures Progress Through Partnership Network, we want to play a leading role in creating an inclusive, collaborative, innovative, and engaging platform for early career researchers and like-targeted stakeholders, including startups and business leaders, where everyone can share their research, innovation, visualization, and enthusiasm in parallel to network success. And what we are doing here, we are strengthening this capacity with the support of senior researchers joining us this network, which you will see today. Very senior researchers who have immense expertise in these issues. And the network success lies in achieving our fundamental objective, which is to create a strong research environment building to a multidisciplinary and multi-sectoral team of endogenous professionals that would be capable of pursuing and utilizing participatory and integrative approaches in solving public and environmental sustainability problems. And therefore, our priorities are empowering and capacity building, which is working with researchers to empower communities and individuals, increase independence and support those who need it. Give researchers and stakeholders the legacy of sustainable practices. We always want to be fair and inclusive, that is, improve economic, social, and environmental equality, pursuing development which offers fair distribution and access to good quality life and working condition. And network and engagement is our most priority, where provide an innovative and global-wide platform to make global sustainable futures progress to partnership and effective and well-connected network, transforming traditional societal systems to more sustainable systems. And above all, it is all about sustainability, creating sustainable, co-creating sustainable and resilient development pathways to secure sustainable futures for all and everyone. And so our key focus has always been on increasing mobilization and engagement. And I don't mean to be traveling far distances for that. It is just getting connected with Zoom or social media or through literature or any other platform, which would allow you to go distant places without any problem, without any restrictions, constraints of time and borders. Building a community of practice, creating a strong leadership, and producing a critical mass of good practices. So what we do? Daily, so on a monthly basis, we engage with UN Global of Month, and then daily through social media, or other engaging and informal networking events, we engage with those activities and those goal of the month. Monthly, we have these engaging seminars, but while these are going on, we also engage with several other events which are ongoing basis, and they could come from any platform, any discipline. And most importantly, we do research projects that is engaging with global issues with target to one or more sustainable development goals and beyond. So we are committed to investigate in what needs to be changed, to initiate projects important to build a sustainable society, to act as an ambassador of SDGs and contribute to research activities of one or more of SDGs, to engage with various relevant stakeholders, to step up, join forces, and build a stable network, to having strong mission and mission-oriented approach, and to go beyond and establish concrete examples of co-creation, co-design solutions. So let me introduce you to the UN goal of the month this October 2021, and it is about focusing on SDGs 1 and 2. Globally, the number of people living in extreme poverty declined from 33% in 1992 to 10% in 2015. But today, more than 700 million people, or more than 10% of the world population, is still in extreme poverty, struggling to fulfill the most basic needs. So, and that relates to the SDG 2, poverty is also a key cause of hunger. And therefore, world is not to, if we are not able to tackle zero carb hunger by 2030, it will also be a continuing trend, and the number of people affected by hunger would surpass 840 million by 2030. And therefore, this month, we are going to focus on SDG 1 and SDG 2, zero hunger, zero poverty. So I would encourage you to put some social media post or to write a blog or article or wherever activity which you do. Think yourself, is your activity going to make any difference to SDG 1 and SDG 2 by doing anything alternatively? Like, think of an alternate route to your activity and try to assess and impact this, assess your activities such that it would impact positively to these goals. And I'm very proud of saying that we have reached 800 coordinators in 105 countries. We have grown with followers in Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, blogs. Well, we haven't made much progress on blogs. I have been busy with writing something else. However, I would encourage any one of you, if you wish to write blogs with me or on your own, please tell us. We have our dedicated web pages where you can put the blogs, as well as you can disseminate on your website and put a link to our website. WhatsApp, we have a WhatsApp group. If anyone is not still connected, are welcome to connect so that immediately you get news of our ongoing activities. YouTube videos, you are also welcome to produce your own YouTube videos. We have a YouTube channel, and I will be extremely pleased to put those videos on YouTube. And we have Slack. You must join Slack channel, where immediately also, again, that is a good media to know the news. And it could be from anything, calls, events, opportunities, all sort of things are published there by not only me, but our fellow coordinators. And we are also part of Future Earth Circle, and you are also welcome to engage with that very wide community there. It is about 15,000 to 20,000 people on Future Earth, and you are welcome to engage with them. So these are the opportunities you have, and I would encourage you to engage. And this figure, though slightly is old now, we try to assess our capacity at 6 months, when we were at 6 months. And I think still it established that we have tremendous capacity of contributing to various SDGs. And especially these 4 areas, such as economy, society, biodiversity, and partnerships. So I invite you to engage with each other and external networks to contribute to this common good. And I would say, even if we do tiniest contribution to this, it would be like a drop in ocean, but it will, together, we will be able to create an ocean. I'm still looking for these champions. If anyone is interested in writing blogs with me, or helping me on YouTube, or any other position like our all social media, I would be very happy to have some help. And just be mindful that these are voluntary positions. I can help you to get some skills around this if you are struggling, and this will also be helpful. You can always put on your CV something good, which is nowadays very much needed skill. So today we will be talking about tourism, and it is our first speaker is Professor Wolfgang George Alt, who is going to speak about supporting meaningful tourism destination development for low and lower middle income countries, creating a new tool with the SDG-based emerging tourism destination development and investment index. The second speaker is Ashish Kelker, and he will be speaking on placemaking in Shivaji Nagar area, Pune city, Maharashtra, India. And third speaker is Dr. Rupak Das. He will be speaking on colors of nature and its revival. And later, at the end of this session, I will be talking about upcoming opportunities, and we will be closing. So here is Professor Dr. Wolfgang George Alt, and he will be speaking on meaningful tourism. The knowledge field of tourism and climate change are expanded considerably, reflecting growing interest, evidence, and concern related to role tourism plays in global environmental change and sustainable development, both as a contributor and recipient of impacts. The science suggests that tourism business and destinations are likely to face increasing drastic changes in the future, and the sector needs to learn how to adapt to climate change impacts. Already, tourism stakeholders are accumulating knowledge and experience associated with weather patterns, extreme events, and environmental changes. Equally important, there is a need to significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions at all levels to stay with safe limit of climate change, as agreed in the Paris Agreement. This needs for rapid decarbonization does not spare tourism, and calls for the industry to act on climate change, gathering momentum. While doing so, we must not undermine the impact of sustainable development of the local and national tourism stakeholders, and given the knowledge action gap, of course, which is not unique to the context of tourism. We will today hear very interesting talk proposed by Professor Dr. Wolfgang George Alt. And he has a very high esteem, and here is the list of Wolfgang. He is the Courtry's founder and CEO. He made his first visit to People's Republic of China in 1978. From 1999 and 99, he was the owner of Inbound Tour Operator China and Europe, with offices in Beijing and Berlin. Since 2004, Courtry founder, and he's the founder and director of Courtry, and he is also a professor for international tourism management at West Coast University of Applied Science, Germany. He's visiting researcher and professor at universities in China and New Zealand, and member of PhD supervision examiner team at universities in Hong Kong, UK, and Spain. And he is a fellow Royal Geographical he's a fellow of Royal Geographical Society London. He's fellow at Royal Asiatic Society London, and he is a research fellow Japanese Society for the Promotion of Science, and he's a board member of PATA, so Pacific Asia Travel Association, Bangkok, and vice president Western Europe, ITSA, International Tourism Studies Association, Fellow of International Association of China Tourism Studies, and member of UN WTO expert panel, member of expert committee of WTCF Beijing. So welcome, Professor Wolfgang George, and I welcome you to take the floor. Thank you very much. I will stop sharing my slides and you feel too free to share your slides.
Okay. Good. So, here we go. Yeah. So first of all, Renuka, thank you very much for your introduction into tourism and SDGs, and well, thank you for going through all my titles. There, I don't think there was a need for that, but I'm very happy that I could join recently our network, and I'm happy that there are people joining directly here, and Hello World on YouTube. And as Renuka has been saying, tourism obviously has, like everybody else, to react to the changes in the world. And in tourism, it is certainly about climate change, but it is also, and I think I will rather concentrate today on the society, on the question, how can you organize tourism in a way that it is beneficial for the destinations, especially when we talk about low and lower middle income countries. So, and for that, there is an initiative I would like to introduce to you briefly, and of course, at the end, I would also be interested to hear some comments, and also will be interested to see if some of you are interested in participating in this project. So I know that not all of you or most of you are not working in the tourism field, but for those who know, I'm sure you have come across the World Economic Forum Travel and Tourism Competitiveness Report, which has been published for almost 25 years, and which is used by many organizations and also by many investors to see what to do in tourism. But for the purpose of helping low and lower middle income countries to develop, this is not that useful. That is not the main focus. So that's why the World Tourism Forum Institute, which is based in London, has decided to start and establish a new index, which is called Emerging Tourism Destination Development and Investment Index, which will be distributed free of charge online, and which is supposed to help the governments and the institutions of the countries, but also international investors, which can be private companies, which can be third party funding, donors and international organizations, to create a better future for tourism in this country. So let me, so there's no need to introduce myself anymore. This has been done already by Renuka. But so that I can just show you a little brochure which has been done for the project, and tell you what are the main ideas we have, and then at the end I will also come back to see how we can work together. So for that I have to put up another one. I think you can see it, hopefully. Can you see that? So yes, okay. So this is
yes, we can see the slides, but you have gone into. Are you going to show us the web page?
No, you should see a blue slide which says Sustainable Development Goals in the corner.
No.
Okay, in that way. So then I see now what I have to do. I have to click here. Now you should see it.
Yes, we see the main slide, and yes, there is.
And now you see an elephant, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's the one I want to show you. So this is
yes, perfect.
This is the brochure. So just briefly, maybe the World Tourism Forum Institute is an organization which is concentrating on working with developing countries, and is the Secretary General is Dr. Taleb Rifai, who maybe you know, he was the former Secretary General of UNWTO for 8 years before, after 2 terms, he had to retire, and now he is the SG of World Tourism Forum Institute. So, and the institute is working in the fields of tourism development, of economic growth, and supporting foreign direct investment in a way which is, and this is what this is all about, moving away from having 5-star beach resorts, all-inclusive, which are totally isolated from the rest of the economy and don't bring much benefit, but some damage to the local economy and society. And so to move forward to more sustainable ideas of doing that. And so Taleb Rifai also has been saying that emerging markets have to get the chance to develop a meaningful tourism, and that's a term we have developed, meaningful tourism, which is providing new development for the countries and the people in a sustainable way. So Mr. Bachi is our president, and Mrs. Isaacs is our CEO. And that's me, and I have the honor to be the project director. So what are we doing? So we are comparing not Switzerland with Malawi, like other indexes do, but we are concentrating on the 85 low and lower middle income countries from all the continents. Of course, the biggest number being located in Africa, followed by Asia, but there are also some in the Americas, in Europe, and in Oceania. So what we try to do is to bring people back into the focus. That is maybe in a nutshell what we are doing. Just we say tourism has developed more and more into something where it is about taking photos of sites and including people, but not really engaging and interacting with the local people, when at the same time it becomes easier because as we can see today, I think we speak a lot of different native tongues. So I'm a German, and there probably we have 20 different languages around here, but we all speak English, and so we all have a way to communicate, and so therefore the chances to communicate have been getting bigger. And also, so the idea is to develop tourism in a way that the meeting of people becomes the major activity, or one of the major activities, and thereby bringing also an opportunity for development of the people, for better jobs, better career chances in that country. So when I was given the opportunity to be the leader of this project, so my first decision was to say, let's start by using the SDGs. Of course, the SDGs are not made for tourism, so tourism is rather a side topic there, and also they are not made for supporting sustainable decisions of investors. So we have been adding other indicators to the indicators, and but we have been let's say we have been selecting indicators out of the many indicators in the 17 SDGs, those who are most important for us, and we have been adding others. But the basic idea is, of course, using them. So we try to avoid an outdated image of tourism as holidays only, because I think this is something if you're not so much into this, in this discussion, this is an important point. When we look at travel and tourism today, there is no need for most people, at least certainly for people who can afford to travel internationally, that they have to rest their limbs, and so they're not working in a coal mine or in the fields, but they will sit most of the time in front of a computer, and so they don't need to rest their body. They need to get some new input into their brain, into their heart, into their soul, making new experiences. And for that, you need to interact with the destination you're in, and therefore, for tourism, it becomes important that the local population in the country is, and Renuka just talked about the SDG of the month, that starting simply that the people have enough to eat, and that they have access to clean water, to schooling, to healthcare, and so on, so that you can encounter local people who are welcoming tourists and not seeing tourists as colonial invaders or people sucking resources from the country and not giving something back. So if tourism is about meeting other people, then these people have to be happy to meet you, and they have to be given the ways to have a life which is not hindered by the fear that they don't have enough to eat and things like that. So that is the basic idea. This is why also for tourism investors, the message is for the future tourism to be still accepted. And of course, maybe you remember in 2019, there were the discussion of over tourism, and in some places like in Venice or in Barcelona, the locals would start to throw stones at tourists or spray messages on the walls, tourists go home, or we hate tourists. So if you want to have an acceptance of tourism, yes, you have to reduce the carbon dioxide footsteps, you have to use non-fossil fuels for the aircraft and so on, but also you have to make sure that there is a good life and that tourism offers opportunities for the local population. So, and this is in line with the general idea of the World Tourism Forum Institute, which is saying reshaping economies through tourism. And so we will have, so what we will do, we will use about 150 indicators and do different groupings, and so thereby try to create rankings within these 85 countries. So not comparing, not telling Malawi, where if you would have the same infrastructure of railroads and roads in Switzerland, everything would be fine. That is not helpful for Malawi. They have to compare themselves with other countries in similar situations and see what can we learn from others, or where are we already in an advanced situation others can learn from us. So yeah, so the content will be basically based on the rankings and on a orientation, and so it is, as I said, meant for the decision makers in these countries, but also for private donors and private investors to have a better idea how to invest in a way that it really comes down to the people and helps the development of these countries. So on Tuesday, there will be a Global Tourism Forum Leaders Summit Europe, which will take place in Brussels and is organized by the European Parliament. And we hope that we will finish the first edition by the end of the year, which is quite ambitious, but we are working on it, and I think we will manage to do so. And of course, if you are an international organization interested to support this, you're very welcome to help us with that. So let me quickly go back. Just one more slide. And I have to share the screen again. Yes, that should be it. So one of the things I'm very happy to learn from Inuka that we have now already more than 800 network members in the GSFN. And so one part of what we are doing is, as you can imagine, that for many statistical data, for many indicators, the available data are not very good. And especially if you go to places like Yemen or Somalia or Syria, well, they have other problems at the moment than collecting statistics. And already in the, if you look also in the databases connected with SDGs, if you look more carefully, you will see that many of these are estimates or rather old numbers. So that's why we have been saying we are building a group of experts for this project, so that we can, where in those situations where it is very hard to get reliable data, that at least we can have somebody who knows the country. That's not all necessarily about tourism, that's also just about the situation of the society, and that they can help in well, having a critical look at our estimates and because, well, as you could see from my biography, my major expertise lies in China. So, and if I'm asked what is the situation of gender equality in Burkina Faso, I'm afraid I have no idea. So, and if somebody out of the 800 network members is somebody who knows about Burkina Faso, it will be probably easy to say, well, there is, compared to other neighboring countries, it is same, better, worse, and so on. So, and we will also ask that for each of the 85 countries, we aim to have one expert giving his or her advice, what would be, so just a few lines, what would be the most urgent and most important activity, what was the most important step to do for each of the countries to move into towards a more sustainable tourism development. So I put in the chat my email address, and of course I would be delighted if some of you are interested to talk about the country or the countries they know about. And of course, I'm very, very happy to say that the Global Sustainability Future Network also has been declaring the support for this activity, for this initiative. So if you are representing a organization and you want to support this, we are very happy to add you to our list of supporting institutions for this project. So this is just a little introduction, and of course, if there are any questions or comments or advice, I'm very eager to hear. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Wonderful presentation, and actually a good, very, very important and significant initiative. That's what it is. It brings, I think we are looking to engage global and local issues, and that is what is very much attractive in this project. And all about co-sharing and co-creating, and that has so much potential of exchanging knowledge and reorienting people to do better and sustainable practices. I think it has a high potential there, and also touching to relevant stakeholders, which you mentioned that you will be looking at several stakeholders. I highly appreciate this project and your time to come and tell us about the project. And I would always encourage everyone, whoever who is interested, to contact Professor and be in contact with me. I also request you to send me a small paragraph about it, which we can disseminate through our network email, so that people know it. And we will keep it in my welcome letter as well. So with all these details, and particularly which you mentioned what you want for data analysis and also for expert comment on each country, which would be immensely, I think, valuable for your project. Thank you very much for your time today. And now I will share my screen. And I welcome Ashish Kelker from Neo-Urban. So like, not from, me tell you him. He's director of Neo-Urbanism, Planners and Designers. And so he is going to actually introduce himself also. But I would like to tell about him. He is one of the senior coordinator of our network. He is immensely dedicated to help me, and he keeps the log of our membership of the net coordinators. And so he knows the latest membership numbers as well. And he is going to speak on placemaking in Shivajinagar area, Pune city, Maharashtra, India. But before I go there, let him take the floor. I would also tell him about him. He's the managing director, as I already said, about Neo-Urbanism Planners and Designers in an urban planning and designing firm. And he's a licentiate member of prestigious British Royal Town Planning Institution, RTPI, and is currently a member of Town and Country Planning Association, TCPA. He's also affiliate of P4CA, an environmental campaign initiated by Unhabited. The company he started is working on public awareness program for the citizens and has participated in 3 urban planning projects and 3 architectural projects and 13 building projects. And all these activities has supported his research and development, and he's currently active also in doing so. So welcome, Ashish. I will stop sharing and I will allow you to take the floor.
Thank you, Dr. Reliko, for this kind information and my introduction. And let me start with my presentation now. So today I'm going to talk about placemaking project. I just share the slides, just a minute. Can you see the slides?
Yes, we can see, but you can put it on power slideshow. Yes, perfect.
Yeah, okay. So today I'm going to talk about placemaking project at Shivajinagar area in Pune city, India. So let's begin. This is my contents: introduction, townscape appraisal, site-specific design brief and design guidelines, sketch design scheme, reflective evaluation. So study area. The study area is in Pune city. It is 150 kilometers away from Mumbai city, and it is on the banks of Mura. This is the area called Shivajinagar area. As you can see over here, this is Mura river, and this area is on the banks of this river. And there is also a garden in this called Sambhaji Garden. historical context. Pune city is known for its rich history. It is also known as Oxford of East, and it has got so many local institutions, educational institutions like Ferguson College and Oakley Institute and so Ranade Institute and so many others. It is also known as the pensioners' paradise. So there are so many adjectives attached to it. So study methodology. To understand the context of the study, let us first of all look at the study area. Now this is FC Road, this is Gole Road, this is JM Road, and this is Apte Road. The area of the study is within this triangular portion, and some part I have also considered as core area of the city over here. And the method that I have followed is Gordon Pulling's serial vision method with vista, place, content, and materials, and Kevin Lynch's social survey method, which is adopted for paths, edges, district, nodes, and landmarks. Visual analysis, Gordon Pulling's method. In serial vision method, like I have told you, let me go behind and I'll explain the photographs. So I have taken photographs from here. This is the bridge that you can see from the from where I have taken the photographs, and I have traveled over here in this area and come back to over here in this on the bridge again. Okay, so let us see. So this is the oldest building. This is in 18th century building is there. Then this is the wooden structures which you can see over here. They are again 18th century buildings still standing. They are wooden and brick structures. Then further down, this is the colonial structure which is made in stone. Then these are some of the concrete structures which are recently being built. And suddenly, this is the tallest building in the area. So this is how the morphology of the city is, and this is how things have grown. So on the other side of the river, this is JM Road, like I've told you. So in this JM Road, you can see this these kind of trees which are there forming the canopy over the road, looking beautiful. And all these structures which are around this area are low-rise structures which don't, because of the rules and regulations of the town planning, town planners rules and regulations. These heights of the buildings are not very high. There are some buildings which are made up of glass and aluminum panels. This is because, and it still, I mean, even though they are made up of glass and steel, they don't hamper the design quality, and they're still looking beautiful. They're merging with the natural surrounding. Then there are some heritage buildings as well, but there is a hindrance in design because of the advertisement boards which are put up on the buildings, as you can see over here. Again, over here, you can see that plastic sheet which is put up on the stone building, which is really disturbing the sight. And again, this is a stone building behind, and they have put a huge steel structure in front of it just for the advertisement purpose. So form, this is a triangular shaped area, which is JM Road over here, FC Road over here, Apte Road over here, and Gole Road over here. Like I have told you before. So the movement pattern is that this JM Road is one way from this point to this point. FC Road is one way from this point to this point. Apte Road is two-way road, and Gole Road is also two-way road. So this is how the traffic management has been made. But even though the traffic management has been made, there is a problem with the pedestrian movement. The pedestrian traffic which is there on the footpath is not sufficient for them, and they are really walking on the streets, and they are hindering the free-flowing traffic on the roads. So we'll see this thing in the detail later on. So this is a mixed-use development example, where this is commercial area and high street on JM Road and FC Road, residential areas in between, hotels and marriage halls in the on the Apte Road, amenities such as bus stations, hospitals, parking areas, museums, performing arts, theater, temples, schools, all are present in this small area. Then the spaces, there are heritage building, as you can see in this, which have been mentioned over here. Then there are some buildings which are of good modern buildings which are merging with the natural surrounding, which are there. But there are some buildings which are not in the context of urban planning, and they are not looking good. As you can see, it is breaking the skyline of the entire area. This is again a building which is not really matching the character with the other buildings. So such problems will be are there in this area. So now I'll be looking at the Kevin Lynch method of path, districts, edges, nodes, and landmarks. So this is a triangular shaped area that we are looking forward to. And this is paths. So these paths are the pink and violet color dotted lines, which are in roads. The nodes are the intersecting points of these paths. Landmarks are, this is Garwara Bridge, then this is FC College, this is Mayor's Bungalow, and this is Rani Lakshmi Bai's statue. So these are landmarks. Districts are the areas in between these paths and nodes, and this is the edge. So this is how it is developed. So in the photographs, you can see these paths, edges, nodes, and landmarks. So design brief, as I have already told you before, that there are some informal shopping areas on this FC road. And because of that, after parking area, people are moving on the road. So that is hindering the movement of the traffic in between. And what I have done is I have relocated these shops over from this point to this point. And I've done it in such a way that they don't hinder the development of the existing garden, or trees have been maintained over there. The design guidelines include use of this kind of a street furniture, which will be giving character to the overall campus. So the design scheme. So this is a design scheme. Now this is a existing garden which you can see from the JM road, and in this garden there are levels which you can see over here. And I've made this use of both, and I've created this section. So this compound wall I have removed it, and I've made use of these levels to create plaza. So this is commercial buildings. And these are the two trees that you are seeing from JM road, and I have removed this compound wall and made this into public plaza, and made this shopping area which is below the level of the below eye level, and therefore this is the shopping area is accessed from behind, and then there is a jogging track. This is how the scheme has been designed. So in this proposal, you can see that this compound wall has been removed, and this underutilized garden now is being utilized by people. And then there are street furniture on this thing, and the trees have been maintained. Then sorry, there is thunder and lightning here, and there is raining very heavily over here. So sorry for the disturbance in the sound and noise. Anyway, so this is octagonal shaped octagonal shaped shopping areas you can see over here, where you are stepping down from this point and you are accessing shopping areas from behind, from here. And this is the JM road. So this is another view of this proposal. So this is like you see furniture. Then these are the steps which are coming down where people can access the shops, and this is the jogging area. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Ashish, for giving such a detailed explanation that how you have made this place beautiful, maybe, and could be more sustainable because you have put some very interesting, interventions. And so, yes, thank you very much. And the slides were great, with colorful, and it was a bit of exciting time for us to listen to you. So yeah, anyone have any questions? We can follow up later if you have any questions with both the speakers, but we'll start with the third speaker. And so let me share my screen. And we have Dr. Rupak Das from Sailors Energy. And he is Senior Vice President, Engineering Operation at OGI Califco Group, Alternative and Renewable Energy, Hydrogen, Fuel Cell, Solar. So he is expert in all alternatives of renewable energy, which is today's the most demanding thing. And he works on hydrogen, fuel cell, solar, carbon capture, microgrid, power, energy, and utility sector. So anything to do with energy, you need to approach Dr. Rupak Das. And he's an accomplished, innovative, and result-oriented manager. And he has been in this industry from 20 years. And he has been proactively taking leadership on renewable and alternative energy resources, especially in the power and utility sector. And he has worked on all these, which includes fuel cells, solar energy, hydrogen economy production, storage, electrolysis, microgrid, battery energy storage system, and metallurgical analysis. Advanced expertise he has in conventional energy, material electrochemical processes, ceramic matrix, composite, construction processes, simulations, and plant operations. And he has mastery in computational fluid dynamics, modeling in predicting optimized performance, designs of solid fluid, and fluid flow thermal regimes. He has also expertise in project and program management, NDI validations in composites and metals, plant operations, and reviewing piping and instrumental diagrams, process flow diagrams, mass momentum, heat balance, process controls, equipment layouts, equipment specific, and many, many other things. The list goes on here. And I believe we have a big expert on energy today, and let us see what he has to tell us.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, everybody throughout the world. This is Rupak from Los Angeles, and I am very grateful to Dr. Rathore for giving me a chance. And today I would like to present a small synopsis on what I do and what I envision at this moment on the world, like what the world is going for and what we can do in the energy sector. So that's what I have today. And may I share the screen now, Dr. Thakur?
Yes, please. And I would like you all to I would like to share with you that it is about 5 o'clock in the morning where Rupak has joined us. So thank you very much, Rupak, for joining us on this time of yours. You have shared the wrong screen.
Is it not the one?
it is in the presenter mode. So we can see the second slide as well.
Okay, so this is the one?
No, do you have two screens?
Yes.
Yes, so you have shared, you need to share the another screen then. Stop sharing this one.
Is the correct one?
Yes, now it is correct.
Okay. So, so this is my agenda today, how the decarbonization may be achieved, and then we would go for a brief synopsis on hydrogen, and then hydrogen production a bit, then we would go for uses of hydrogen, and then how we can capture the CO2, and a small high-level analysis on the fuel cells and the electrolyzers. As an example, I would give some background on the SOFCs and SOECs, and then we would end with the macrogrid. So, as we all know that yesterday, the 8th of October was the day for hydrogen and fuel cells. So we celebrate throughout the world that 8th of October is the hydrogen day and the fuel cell day, because 10-8 is the atomic number of hydrogen 1.008. So that's how we go for that. So happy hydrogen and fuel cell day to everybody. Now, let's get a bit into the decarbonization. What is it, and how to get rid of that? Decarbonization readily means that it's a kind of reduction of carbon. And precisely, it's meant to get the CO2 converted somehow or capture it from the atmosphere or from the industrial exhaust or from any other outlet in a cleaner way. So at this moment, the three main strategies that can help countries meet the energy needs are to achieve the zero carbon emissions is to optimize, to electrify, and to decarbonize. So these are the three factors that, in my opinion, are the three main strategies that we can go for in order to make the world CO2 and the other GHG, means the greenhouse gases, free. So electrification with storage, waste heat recovery, green gas, and biomass. Hybrid heating means like blending with the hydrogen. We can use the total hydrogen, means the 100% hydrogen, and the carbon capture and sequestration in order to decarbonize our world. Now, we already know that though hydrogen is totally colorless, we give colors to the hydrogen, like green hydrogen, pink hydrogen, purple, yellow, blue, and the list goes on, and we go for white and turquoise hydrogen also. I have given some explanation to how the technology goes as far as the color of the hydrogen is concerned, and what are the feedbacks and the feedstocks from which they are being done, or they are being made, or they are being manufactured. Like, we always go for, or we always say green hydrogen. What does it mean? Like, we get the green hydrogen from the electrolysis of water very easily, but the feedstock should be, or the energy that we use for the electrolysis should be the renewable resources like the solar, the wind, hydro, geothermal, and tidal. Pink hydrogen, which is a rare at this moment because of, we also go for the electrolysis, but we use the nuclear energy. So this is how we explain the colors of of hydrogen. And that's how we designate hydrogen at this moment, with their origination or how they are being made. This is a synopsis of how at this moment hydrogen are being made in the whole world. We can use ammonia, we can use methanol, we can use coal, we can use the natural gas, water, and then we go through different processes and get the hydrogen and then separate it from the other accumulations, and then we can store it as the energy resource, and then we can dispense it later on. And we all know that the hydrogen has the greatest specific energy in the world at this moment, but it is a bit lacking in the energy density. So how do they differ? The energy density is the energy per unit volume, and the specific energy is the energy density or the energy per unit mass. So in this world, specific energy for hydrogen goes the highest. So that is a huge, great news for all of us. Now, these are some of the uses of hydrogen. We normally use it for the heat energy, for the fuel cells. In the aviation fuels, we have just introduced the hydrogen in the aviation fuels. We can go for the blended fuels. Blended fuels means we can blend it with mainly the natural gas. So we can have a ratio of 10% hydrogen in methane or the natural gas. And we can go up till say 20, 30, 40 later on. We are using hydrogen in the transportation, in the chemicals, the refineries, the utilities, and in the energy storage. And in order to decarbonize our world, this is a small flow chart of how we can do it. We start with the direct air capture or the gas stream. We go through a couple of chemical reactions, and then we can get the carbon dioxide as a carbon product, or we can store it as a cryogenic storage. So there are different ways of getting the carbon dioxide through the gas streams or air, and then capture it underground or as a cryogenic storage or as a carbon product. And as I said, that we can use hydrogen in the fuel cells, and we can get or generate hydrogen via the electrolyzers also. Now, this is a unique example of a scheme where we, in the forward direction, we can generate power using the hydrogen and air in the SOFC, means the solid oxide fuel cell. And in the reverse mode, we can regenerate hydrogen in the solid oxide electrolyzer cell. Like if we plug in water inside the SOEC, we can get the hydrogen and hydrogen and air in the outlet. So this is a regenerative cell where we can get the power in the forward mode, and we can get the hydrogen get back in the reverse mode. So this is a unique situation in the SOFC and SOEC mode, or the system, where we can get both the combinations of getting power or generating hydrogen on the reverse mode simultaneously, one after another. Now, this is a good solution of a microgrid where we can get power at this moment in a closed system. Say we have a natural gas resource. If you can see my cursor, you can easily see that this is the natural gas fuel cell, and the natural gas are being fed into the natural gas fuel cell or the solid oxide fuel cell. And then from there, you can get the power to any site. Now, if you have an electrolyzer, you can plug in the water, get it electrolyzed or split it, and then feed the hydrogen to the PEM fuel cell, because we all know that the PEM fuel cells are only can be run via the 100% hydrogen and very pure hydrogen. So we can get it from the electrolyzer. The one stream we can use as a storage. From storage, we can go for the PEM fuel cell. We can dispense it to the fuel cell vehicles. Now, the natural gas can also be diverted to another system called SMR, or steam methane reformer. Through SMR, we can also get the hydrogen, but we produce some CO2s also. But what I can envision is that via this microgrid, we can get hydrogen and then transport or transfer aside the CO2 through the carbon sequestration or carbon capture process, so that we can serve both the world of the energy, like we are reducing the CO2 and we can utilize hydrogen for non-carbonaceous emission. Whereas in a fuel cell, for a particular fuel cell like PEM fuel cell, when we feed in the hydrogen and air, we only get power and some heat and water vapor in the exhaust. So it is like free of any carbon emissions. So my presentation is like very high level, and this is a presentation of energy bubble, where we can go for the hydrogen through hydrogen economy, and then try to reduce the carbon footprints through the world, from capturing carbon dioxide or using carbon dioxide to produce solid carbonaceous materials, which can be utilized in the mankind, like in terms of carbon nanofibers, CNF, CNT or carbon nanotubes, or graphene, in fact. So we can use the world in different ways for all our benefit. So that's the topic today, and I think you appreciate that, and thanks so much for listening to my conversation.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I believe this is so important, though, of course, I agree that it was high level, and many of us may not have followed fully or, the flow chart or anything, but we do know that energy demand is so much, and we need to decrease our carbon emissions, and therefore these alternatives provide us some potential to do it quickly and efficiently. So thank you very much for sharing this very interesting topic. Actually, it was. And I think the flow of your speech was really nice, which we could follow. And so thank you very much. Any questions now for any of these three speakers are welcome. If anyone want to ask any questions, please do. Well, if there are no questions, I would say most of them are happy with this all. So I will just finish now with a few opportunities, future opportunities that we are coming with. So let me share my screen. So as I have been always like telling from 3 times now, we have a topical collection out, and it is in Discover Sustainability journal. And the topical collection is on the role of education in the implementation of UN Sustainable Development Goals, where we are looking at how sustainability education influences consumption and production systems and contributes to achieving sustainable development goals. And this is an open call, and the submission deadline is on 31st of March, 2021. And we have all the guest editors from our network. And so we have got together to publish this call. And I would definitely encourage you all to submit abstract first and then go on with this article. The interesting bit here is that you will be able to publish this open access without any incurring any cost, because we will be supporting that, and we have got a our main editor, principal editor, telling us that they will support us with free publications. So you are most welcome to email me if you are interested. And that is what we are looking here. The second is very, very important, and I all want you to join this conference. We have become a partner now at First International Conference Technologies for Smart Green Connected Society 2021. And it is chaired by Japanese researchers, and however, they have gone global. It is totally online, and I have met the chair of this conference, and their vision is very much aligned to our vision. And again, here, the interesting bit is that they have allowed us to participate, especially and particularly it is applicable to low income and medium income countries, and they are allowed to participate free here in this conference. So if you want to participate with any sort of presentation event, please approach me. And if you are proposing directly, like if you are submitting a proposal directly, then always write our name, our network name, or my name, so that they know that it is coming from this network. And so that would be very useful. Also, I will be proposing special events here, and I will get in touch with you when I draft and disseminate that. So please engage with this website and try to understand what are their requirements. And there are several themes or tracks, you can say, where most of you would be able to apply your, submit your proposals. So you're most welcome to do that. And it is on between 22 and 28. Yeah, it's in the last week of November. So initially, so I will go to the next. Initially, we started thinking of doing an annual conference ourselves, which was on 10 and 11 of December. However, now we have joined hands with them, so we will be doing our annual conference with them. However, we are going to do an annual event, which is like some sort of celebration type of thing, which we did, if many of you might remember, when we did mid-year conference. And if those who don't know and have joined now can go and look at the YouTube, we had an interesting event on mid-year when we completed 6 months. But this here again, it will be a very, very, I would say, colorful, interactive, and interesting event, which I'm looking for organizers, speakers, and different type of proposals. Different type of proposals in the sense, any proposals, like if someone is engaged in mime, then I would like someone to do that mime. If someone is interested in dance, singing, art, comedy, and those all things I would like to come and make this event very interesting. Also, we will be applauding many coordinators who have engaged with this network proactively and actively in various events, and we will be giving out certification to them as a part of appreciation of their commitment into this network. And I am welcoming any other sort of ideas you have to make this event very, very interesting. I would like to hear from you. So please make sure that and this is Friday, okay? So I will not be spoiling your Saturday. And this is Friday, 10th December. I would like you to all put this in your diary and then be with us. And this is, I will close, and these are all the links where you can join our social media. And I completely agree and believe that together we can make this happen. So any questions, comments before I turn off the recording?
What is the annual conference day?
On our network annual conference day is 10th December.
No, not network. The grand annual conference.
Which one did you say? The previous one, which is in November? The one we have joined?
No, the one which is along with Japanese partners. Yes.
Okay. It is last week of November. So you will have to check. I think it is 25 to 28th of November.
Okay.
Vena is asking what we have on December 10. I haven't drafted, but we will definitely have plenty things. And you are welcome to suggest if you have anything in your mind. But definitely there will be a certification giving session, definitely. And we will have that 1 minute, testimonials from our networks, just as we had last time. Everyone speaking about why they like this network or how should we go forward with the network and why did they engage with the network and so on. But it is just a few things I'm throwing out to you, but you are welcome to suggest. Vena is saying theme, not decided, Vena. You can have a meeting with me and we can decide themes. Okay, I will stop recording now.